Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Bailey, also known as CringeMcCringle, and welcome back to the channel. It is time yet again to review some more Transformers figures, and I thought that I would continue with my run of cool-ass Transformers animated toys, with today's video being about BotCon 2011, Toxitron and Sideswipe. So, this set was the Souvenir 2-pack, which was available for purchase only at BotCon 2011 in Pasadena, California. According to the TF Wiki, this set was limited to only 1,500 pieces. So, what are they like? Starting off the review, we have Toxitron and Sideswipe in their robot modes. And what do you know? It is yet another use of the Optimus and Hot Rod mold. And it won't be the last, especially for that Optimus mold. Anyway, I should probably stop being a sarcastic ass and actually talk about these figures because I really do like them. Starting with Toxitron, he is based off of the Unreleased Universe 2003 repaint of the car robot Scourge toy. The people over at Fun Publications decided to finally give this guy his time in the spotlight, and man, he is a weird looking robot. Starting off with what hits you first, that color. He's molded in this god-awful booger green. It is such a strange color, and this is easily one of the most 90s baked toys that I own in my entire collection. Now, to break up such a garish color, you have to give it some accenting paint to make it seem less ew. Let's do a quick walkthrough of the smaller details that help make this figure less disgusting to the naked eye. Toxitron has purple all over his head, which is strangely enough also this completely different and worse neon green color. Not a great start. He's got red eyes that have some good light piping, and he keeps the same faceplate gimmick as all of the other Optimus figures that I've talked about. Chest windows have been molded in red with purple outlining them. Arms have the purple stripe going across them, with his left arm rocking a Decepticon logo that has slime oozing out of it, because he's gross. Hands have been painted purple, just like the abs, crotch, and upper thighs. The kneecaps have been hit with some purple, as well as the feet, which also have black on them. Somehow, and I truly don't know how, but this figure, despite the downright disgusting color combination, actually looks really good. I don't know what black magic the designers were using when making this figure, but I salute you. And because this is the Optimus mold, it's got all the same articulation, which is great, by the way. And he's also got the same weapons, an axe and a gun. The axe, for the most part, is black, but does have just a splash of that green and purple, as well as this orangey ooze dripping off the sides. Blech. The gun is molded in purple and does have green paint applied, and it does still also keep that same water shooting feature. However, I'm a little too lazy to fill it up, so Now, we have talked about Toxitron for quite some time, so let's move on to Sideswipe before this video gets way too long. Here is Sideswipe, and right off the bat we see that he is not his standard G1 red color, but instead he is his radical G2 black, green, and red. While I would have loved to see red Sideswipe in animated, this looks pretty damn good too. It helps that Sideswipe is rocking that same new head sculpt that was also given to Breakdown in the Stunticon box set. This time around though, it is molded in red with some silver paint applied to the face. There's various paint apps of the red, green, and even some white, which really help elevate this figure and make it look super 90s yet still super good. Like other times I've talked about this mold, he's got great articulation and can pull off a variety of interesting poses, especially when you give him his bow and arrow. Not only does it provide great opportunities to photograph him, but it can also shoot missiles. Now this is the part where I show that off, but all of my missiles are in a Ziploc, not on me at the moment. Alright, transformation time, which I know I've covered before with both of these molds, so basically, to summarize, both figures are wonderful to transform, and I promise that they never, ever will get old. And here we have the two in their respective vehicle modes. Toxitron is looking absolutely bananas, and Sideswipe is looking super freaking cool. Starting with Toxitron, not much has changed in the transformation from robot to vehicle mode. He's still this nasty green, but there's actually some more black and gray to help break that up. And just going over the small details for this mode, the lights up top have been painted red with a black housing. The light bar has been molded in clear red plastic. The bottom portion of the lights have also been painted red with purple outlining them and going all the way through to the side of the truck. And I've got the weapon stored onto the back to make Toxitron's trailer, and man, even I have to admit, it looks pretty awesome. And the same can be said for Sideswipe. Most of his white robot bits have disappeared to make this sleek sports car entirely black in color. To go over the details, he's got green headlights up front with some red accents and his badge right here. Autobot logo, which can be swapped out for an engine block, but to be honest, that really only works for Hot Rod. Rims are painted in silver. He's got this strange decal on the side, red exhaust, clear windows, hello, and of course this massive neon green spoiler with some white taillights. This car mode looks sick no matter what color scheme it may be in, and just to show for curiosity's sake, here he is with the bow and arrow tabbed in on the top. So, what are my final thoughts on this set? Well, if I'm being honest, I fucking love it. Look, I know I talked badly about Toxitron's colors, but that's kind of the whole point. His colors are gross and nasty, and yet somehow the designers have still managed to make him look cool. Both of these molds are all-timers from Transformers Animated, and it makes sense why Hasbro and Takara repainted them and remolded them a lot.